Our story begins nearly 5 billion years ago, in a quiet corner of the Milky Way galaxy. Here, a vast cloud of gas and dust, a stellar nursery, begins to collapse under its own gravity. At its heart, a new star ignites our sun. The newborn sun is surrounded by a swirling disk of leftover material, the building blocks of planets. For millions of years, this cosmic dust dances and swirls. Tiny particles, no bigger than grains of sand, start to stick together, drawn by static electricity. These clumps grow larger, becoming pebbles, then rocks, then boulders. Through a process called accretion, gravity takes over, pulling these fledgling worlds together in a chaotic cosmic ballet. Among the countless collisions and near misses, a new planet is born. Welcome to the early Earth, but this is not the blue marble we know today. It's a hellish, molten world, a sphere of roiling lava with temperatures soaring over 1,000 degrees Celsius. The surface is a violent ocean of liquid rock, constantly bombarded by asteroids and comets left over from the solar system's formation. The atmosphere is a toxic cocktail of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and water vapor, thick and suffocating, with no oxygen to be found. The pressure is immense, 100 times what it is today. This primordial Earth is a planet under construction, a world being forged in fire. Then, about 4.5 billion years ago, catastrophe strikes. A young planet, roughly the size of Mars, which scientists have named theirs, on a collision course with our own. The impact is unimaginable. An event of cosmic proportions. There slams into Earth, not head-on but at a glancing angle, vaporizing both its own crust and a huge portion of Earth's mantle. The energy released is trillions of times more powerful than any weapon ever created. A massive cloud of molten rock and superheated gas is blasted into space, forming a spectacular glowing ring of debris around our wounded planet. This ring of debris doesn't just dissipate. Over time, gravity once again works its magic. The particles in the ring begin to clump together, coalescing into a single large body. Within maybe a century, a mere blink in cosmic time, a new sphere takes shape in Earth's orbit. This is the birth of our moon. Initially, the moon is much closer to Earth than it is today, appearing massive and fiery in the sky. Its powerful gravitational pull creates enormous tides in Earth's molten surface, a constant churning that helps to shape the planet's future. The Earth-Moon system is now a double planet, forever locked in a gravitational dance. Over the next several hundred million years, the Earth begins to heal. The relentless bombardment from space slows down. The surface starts to cool and solidify, forming a thin, dark crust of basaltic rock. It's a fragile new skin, constantly being broken and reformed by volcanic activity from below. The atmosphere is still thick and hot, but as the planet cools, something magical begins to happen. The water vapor, trapped in the atmosphere since the beginning, starts to condense. The heavens open, and it begins to rain, not for days or weeks, but for millions of years. A global deluge of epic proportions. This great rain is not alone in bringing water to our world. During a period known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, Earth is pummeled by a final onslaught of asteroids and comets. These icy visitors from the outer solar system are packed with frozen water and organic molecules, the very ingredients for life. They crash into the surface, delivering their precious cargo. The relentless rain and the cosmic delivery service work together, slowly filling the low-lying basins in the new crust. Oceans are born. At first, they are hot and acidic, but they are oceans nonetheless, vast and deep, covering almost the entire planet. Tiny volcanic islands are the only land in sight. With the oceans in place, the stage is set for life's first appearance. Around 3.8 billion years ago, deep beneath the waves, near hydrothermal vents spewing hot, mineral-rich water from the planet's interior, the first sparks of life ignite. Simple, single-celled organisms, bacteria and archaea emerge. They are life at its most basic, but they are alive. For over 1 billion years, these simple microbes are the only inhabitants of Earth. But they are not idle. One group, called cyanobacteria, develops a revolutionary new trick: photosynthesis. They learn to harness the power of sunlight, using it to convert carbon dioxide and water into energy. And as a byproduct, they release a waste gas, oxygen. This oxygen is a poison to most other life forms at the time, leading to the first great mass extinction. But it also changes the world forever. The oxygen fills the oceans and begins to leak into the atmosphere. It reacts with iron in the water, creating vast deposits of rust that settle on the seafloor. Slowly, painstakingly, over hundreds of millions of years, the atmosphere is transformed. A new layer forms high above the surface, the ozone layer shielding the planet from the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. For the first time, the surface of the land becomes a potentially habitable place. The rise of oxygen fuels a new evolutionary explosion. Life becomes more complex. Around 2 billion years ago, a new type of cell emerges, the eukaryotic cell, with a nucleus and other specialized parts. This innovation paves the way for multicellular life. The first simple animals, like sponges and jellyfish, appear in the oceans. Continents begin to form and drift, pushed around by the churning mantle below in the process of plate tectonics. Life finally crawls out of the water, first plants, then insects, then amphibians. The world is turning green. The age of dinosaurs is still far in the future, but the seeds of a complex, vibrant ecosystem have been sown. About 540 million years ago, the Cambrian explosion occurs. In a relatively short period of geologic time, life diversifies at an astonishing rate. All major animal body plans that exist today appear in the fossil record. The oceans teem with strange and wonderful creatures. Life on land continues its advance, with vast forests of ferns and primitive trees spreading across the continents. This leads to the age of giant insects, followed by the rise of reptiles. Then, about 230 million years ago, the first dinosaurs evolve. For the next 165 million years, these magnificent creatures will dominate the planet, evolving into an incredible variety of shapes and sizes. From the tiny Compsognathus to the colossal Argentinosaurus, the reign of the dinosaurs comes to an abrupt and catastrophic end. 66 million years ago, an asteroid, 6 miles wide, hurtles through space and slams into the Yucatan Peninsula in modern-day Mexico. The impact unleashes energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs. It triggers global earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and megatsunamis. A cloud of dust and debris is thrown into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun for years, plunging the world into a long, dark winter. The plants die, and the food chain collapses. The dinosaurs, along with 75% of all species on Earth, are wiped out. But this devastation creates an opportunity. With the dinosaurs gone, the small, shrew-like mammals that have been scurrying in the shadows for millions of years can now thrive. They diversify, growing larger and adapting to fill the newly empty ecological niches. The age of mammals has begun. One group of these mammals, the primates, takes to the trees. They develop grasping hands, forward-facing eyes, and larger brains. Over millions of years of evolution in the changing African landscape, one lineage of apes begins to walk upright. This frees their hands to make tools, to carry food, and to shape their world. Their brains continue to grow, fostering complex social structures, language, and culture. These are our ancestors, the first humans. From our humble beginnings on the African savanna, we have spread across the globe, populating every continent. We learned to control fire, to farm the land, and to build cities. We looked up at the stars and wondered about our place in the cosmos. We developed science and art, and in the final incredible step, we left our home planet and set foot on the very moon that was born from our Earth's own body so long ago. From a cloud of dust to a living, breathing world, the story of Earth is a tale of violence and beauty, of catastrophe and creation. It's a 4.5 billion-year epic that is still unfolding. And we, a species capable of understanding this incredible journey, are its latest, most curious chapter. Our planet's past is written in the rocks beneath our feet and the stars above our heads, and its future. That is a story we are all writing together. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this cosmic story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures through science and history.